Hey everybody, it's Adrian. Going to be doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be opening up some Mystery Booster 2 packs. I bought the Convention in a Box from Wizards of the Coast, and I'm going to be opening a couple of these packs on just camera here. So I think we're going to actually open 5 of these packs on camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And maybe if I, like this, I might record some more pack opening videos in the future. But I'm going to open 5 of these packs and we'll see what happens. All right. Pack number 1. All right, we've got a Thraben Watcher. Okay. Kami of False Hope. That's kind of cool card. It's kind of like Spore Frog, but white. So that's pretty cool. Probably run that in something. Eldrazi Sky Spawner. I remember when this card was in Standard. It was pretty cool. Kasmina. Little uncommon Planeswalker action. Vampiric Link. This is a cool card. I actually wanted one of these for my Black-White Auras deck, which maybe we'll talk about on the channel pretty soon. So I'm actually going to set that aside here in the nice stuff pile. I don't think it's worth anything, but I did want one. Scourge Familiar. Choose and discard a card, add a black 2-man. Well, that's pretty cool. Fiery Impulse. This is a nice little removal spell. Orcish Lumberjack. This card is kind of a house. You could sack a forest and tap this thing to add 3 mana to your mana pool. That's pretty crazy. I'm going to put that in the good stuff pile. Invigorating Surge. Pretty cool card, doubling the 1/1 counters on something. Venom Sprout Brackus. I've never heard of this card in my entire life. Pretty cool. God Pharaoh Statue. Now, this is a pretty good card. If you can cheat it into play or just ramp into it, it is pretty good. And I actually needed one for my colorless deck. Iron Scale Hydra. If a creature would deal combat damage to the Hydra, prevent it and put a 1/1 counter on it. That's pretty cool, I guess. We'll put that in a rare pile here. And then we have Temporary Truce. What is it? What is this? It's like white bordered. I've never opened any of these before. Each player may draw up to 2 cards. For each card less than 2, that player draws. Okay, player gets 2 life. So, interesting card. Seems like it'd be good in maybe a group hug type of deck. Chain of Vapor. I think this is actually a pretty good card. I think the old version of this is actually worth something. You're going to bounce something, and then that player who controlled that thing can bounce something, and then blah, blah, blah. I think that's actually a pretty good card. And then we have this crazy test card. I'm not really going to go over these because these are just insane, but you can pause the video and read that if you want. All right. Good first pack. I think that Chain of Vapor is actually probably our best card that we got in the pack. I could be wrong. I don't know the prices of these things off the top of my head. Next up, we got Slaughter the Strong. I remember when this was a rare back in original Ixalan, I think. Tormented Angel. It is a 1/5 with flying. Wow, that's really bad. The art is pretty cool, though. But the card itself is really, really horrible. Striped River Winder. This is a good card. It's got cycling. That's usually people just dump it into their graveyard and try and get it back with Living End or whatever. Flight of Fancy. Pretty cool art. Pretty funny, but not a very good card when it comes right down to it. Deadly Dispute. This is a great common. You can sacrifice an artifact or a creature and then draw 2 cards and get a treasure token. So I'm going to put that in the good stuff. Douthie Horror. Cannot be blocked by white creatures, and he has shadow. So if you got any white shadow creatures, he really, really can't be blocked by those. Young Red Dragon. I've never seen this card in my entire life. Makes a treasure token, and then it can't block. So I don't know about that. Dwarven Recruiter. So it's kind of like Goblin Recruiter, but for dwarves. So, okay, I'll put that in my good stuff pile, I guess. Sheltering Ward. Or Sheltering Word, rather. Little hexproof action, not too good, but not too bad either. Gaia's Anthem, the little 1/1 action on the Gaia's Anthem. Is it Boiler Works? This is just a land. A lot of casual commander decks play these. Bishop of Wings. This is a good card. Whenever an angel enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life, and then whenever your angels die, you get 1/1. So this is a pretty solid card in Pioneer Angel decks, so I'm going to put that in the rare section. And the white bordered Spell Pierce, look at that. That is cool looking. And we have, ooh, City of Brass in the Future Sight border. That looks really cool. And I don't actually think I own a City of Brass, so that is definitely going to go into a Commander deck for sure. And then we have Cleaver. All right. All right, pack number 3. Havoc the cat in the background. Maybe he's making it so we get some cool stuff. Mother of Runes. This is a great card. I'm always surprised that this is just an uncommon, but you just tap her for, she's 1 mana, and you tap her, and then target creature you control gains protection from a color of your choice until end of turn, and you can hit itself, so it's really, really hard to get rid of, actually. I'm going to put that in the good pile. Sire, whatever. The Lion's Claw. Not super good. Moon Circuit Hacker. I have like 1,000 of these things because I pulled, I think, 3 boxes of Neon Dynasty. Dreamtail Heron. It's a mutate card. Mutate is awful. Nobody likes it. Priest of Gix. When he enters, you're going to get 3 black mana, which is pretty cool. I might put this in the good stuff pile, just like the good uncommons pile. Heartless Act. This is another good card. Solid removal spell. A lot of times you're just going to be straight up destroying a creature. Outmaneuver. Okay. Spitting Earth. Okay, I've never seen this card in my life. Deals to any one creature damage equal to the number of mountains you have. Okay, it's not super great. Diligent Farmhand. 1 mana, you can sack it. And if he's in your graveyard, Muscle Burst's effect counts it as a Muscle Burst. Okay. River Bear. Alright. For 4 mana, 3/3 with Island Walk. A lot of these weird bear cards are worth something, so I am going to set it aside. Spite Mare. Kind of like Boros Reckoner. Whenever it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target creature or player. That's kind of a cool one, so I'm going to put that aside. Pernicious Deed. This is a great classic card. Pay Axe, sack it, destroy all the artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. Not Planeswalker, so if you're running like a green-black Planeswalker deck or whatever, you can run this, and it's pretty solid. Dead Ringers. This card is very confusing. I remember this one. Destroy 2 target non-black creatures unless either one is a color that the other isn't. So, Google that to figure out what that actually means. Foil Future Sight Ruination. Wow, look at that. Destroy all non-basic lands. As if Ruination wasn't tilting enough, now you got it in this border, so that's pretty crazy. And then Bridget, who's seen some stuff. I like the art on that. That's pretty funny. All right. Oh, and just so you guys know, these are just printed like this. So this, it looks like it's a piece of paper, but it's not. So, all right. Pack number 4. I think we're doing pretty good so far. The City of Brass and the Ruination is really cool. And some of these other random cards might be worth something too. Angelic Favor. You can pay it for free. And if you have a Plains, and you can tap something. So that's kind of cool, but not super great. Another Cycling Ikoria card. Ledger Demon. Okay. Freed from the Real. This is a classic combo card. A really good aura. You can, a lot of things, if they tap for more than 1 mana, you can use that to kind of abuse this card. So I'm going to put that in the good stuff section. I don't want to put Dead Ringers in the good stuff section. Mind Rack Harpy. Not super great. Hey, cats, stop fighting. Stupor. Target opponent discards a card at random and then chooses and discards a card. Not super great. Explosive Welcome. Kind of costs 8 mana, which is a lot. Fire Blast. This is a classic burn card. Sack 2 mountains instead of paying for its cost. I think I needed a 4th one of these, so I'm actually going to put this into my good stuff pile. Quirion Dryad. This card's cool. Basically, whenever you cast a spell that's not green, or not mono green, I should say, you're going to put a 1/1 counter on it. Devoted Druid. I remember playing this deck. I used to play the Vizier Remedies Devoted Druid combo deck, and it was really strong. I don't think it's worth that much anymore, but I'm going to set it aside. I think this is in another language, so I'm not going to try. I don't know why it's in another language because these are English booster packs, but maybe that's like an Easter egg or something. I have no idea. Part the Water Veil. Take an extra turn after this one. That is pretty cool. Pachuca Bog with the white border. Look at that. That is crazy looking. Ooh, Counterspell. That's really cool. I like that border a lot with the Counterspell with that art that they picked. So I'm definitely going to be putting this Counterspell in place for some of my other arts of this card for sure. That is really, really cool looking. I really like that. And then we got a Goofy test card. All right, last pack we're going to be doing today. This is booster pack number 5, and then maybe I'll film a couple more of these because I think it's kind of fun. Sky Crier. You can pay 4 and let you and target opponent each draw a card. Fun politics card maybe for Commander, but not super great. Armored Ascension. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 for each planes you control and has flying. Not super great, but pretty cool card. The Peafowl, not super good. Probably one of the worst cards in the pack. Sarah Sphinx, just a kind of like a Sarah Angel, but blue, essentially. Unburial Rites. This is a classic card. 5 mana, reanimate something, pay 4 to flash it back. Very good card. Feast or Famine. Pay 4, instant speed. You get a 2/2 or destroy a creature. Yeah, you wouldn't want to pay 4 mana for either of those types of effects, so it's probably not very good. Blood Knight. 2/2. First strike, protection from white. That's a pretty cool card. I don't know if it's any good, but it's pretty cool looking. I like it, so I'm going to put it in that section over there. Spite Bellows. It's got Evoke, and when it leaves play, it's going to deal 6 damage to a creature. It's not super good as a creature, but if you can evoke it and blink it, it's pretty strong. These Broken Wings. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Not bad, but not good either. Woodland Mystic. I think this card is randomly worth something because I don't think it was reprinted until now, so I'm actually going to put this aside. Rustvale Bridge is an artifact land. A lot of these MH2, MH2? MH3? I think it's MH2. Artifact lands are all pretty strong. All right. Soulfire Grandmaster. Man, I remember when this card first came out, everybody thought this card was the shit. And now I think it's like $1. All right. White bordered card. Displacer Kitten with the white border. Look at that. Displacer Kitten is a great card. Getting this in the white border is really, really cool because this is a pretty tilting card. So having it in the white border is even better. And then Walking Ballista. Wow, I've never seen that before. That art is really cool. Has this art ever been used on this before? I'm not really sure, but wow, look at that Walking Ballista, you guys. Look at how cool that looks. And it's a really, really good card, too. Wow. Walking Ballista. I really, really like this. I'm definitely going to be putting that into a deck for sure. And then we have Heart of the Duelist in the heart of the cards. And I actually have a Yu-Gi-Oh poster right over there. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, but I always really like the show. So we'll go ahead and fade out on that. Anyway, that's the pack opening today. I think the best things that we got were definitely... This last pack was really good. The Displacer Kitten, the Walking Ballista. Not sure if this Counterspell is worth anything, but it looks super cool. The Foil Ruination. Let's take a look at that. Awesome. The City of Brass in the frickin' Future Sight border is awesome. This Chain of Vapor is probably worth something. Again, it's in the Future Sight border. I feel like most of the good cards that we're going to get are going to be in that Future Sight border. But like I said, this is just a totally off-the-cuff pack opening. I have no idea what any of these cards are worth. So it could be that this pile I just grabbed here, maybe each of these are worth $1. I'm pretty sure that's not the case, but let's say it is. And then like this random thing is worth like $20. I really have no idea, but I tried to do my best. So anyway, I'm going to film a couple more of these and I'll upload them onto the channel over time. So, all right, have a good one. That was my cat meowing, if you could hear that. It's okay, buddy.